Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to more Universe Mode on the JPG channel. We are here back on Tuesday night. You know what that means, NXT episode coming right at you. And we have some backlash coming from our pay-per-view NXT deadline that just happened over the past weekend. We're going to start things off with two women that couldn't keep their hands off each other in that Women's Iron Survivor Challenge match. Jamie Hayter taking on Roxanne Perez one-on-one here tonight, folks, to start our show. In our main event, we also have the debut of Will Ospreay on the NXT TV program. We've seen him make his official debut, his shocking debut at that, being that mystery man, that fifth mystery participant in the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge. He's going to be taking on the big strong boy Tyler Bate after those two seem to be at odds in that match as well. So we got some issues to resolve here tonight at NXT, and we also are looking towards the future, folks. We're looking towards Mania season, and for NXT that means Stand and Deliver season, and we want to know who's going to be the big competition and champions and everything else heading into that. But before we get there, we got to bring in the new year, and the only way NXT knows how. NXT New Year's Evil, just 2 weeks away. Seems like we just put together a very strong NXT card, sort of a PLE event, and now we're kind of getting right back into the swing of things with New Year's Evil and what should be a phenomenal show. We're going to see those matches unfold in the next few weeks, that's for sure, folks. One match that we know official is that woman right there in the corner of Jamie Hayter. Britt Baker will be taking on the winner of the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge, and Tiffany Stratton. Look at this. Jamie Hayter comes flying in at Roxanne Perez. Perez was able to escape them, but wait a minute, Hayter, oh my goodness gracious. Might have just knocked Roxanne Perez's teeth down her throat. That was a beautiful strike from Jamie Hayter. Nasty one at that, too. And now look at this. Oh, chopping at the knee. And Hayter's been a force. She was a force in that Iron Survivor. The Iron Survivor Challenge. Back to NXT deadline. But Roxanne Perez is no pushover. And now look at this. Perez, full head of steam, taking Jamie Hayter out. Taking Jamie Hayter out. And now Roxanne Perez edging her back to her feet. What does Perez have planned here? We know Perez likes to take to the skies sometimes, and here she goes. No, crash and burn. The killer moves out of the way just in time. And we talk about Jamie Hayter in that Iron Survivor Challenge. She was quite literally maybe 2 or 3 seconds away from earning a third fall in that match, which would have saw a tie between her and Tiffany Stratton. And we would have been seeing what we saw in the Men's Iron Survivor Challenge with Ospreay and Jonathan Gresham being tied. We still don't have a clear-cut winner, folks. We're going to have to figure that out as the weeks go by. But Roxanne Perez crash and burns here. And now, wait a minute. Hey, with a spine buster to Roxanne Perez. Nothing pretty about it, but effective nonetheless. Got a 1 count there. And now Jamie Hayter, once again, always in the business of doing the doctor's bidding for her, but she is not going to be able to help the doctor when the doctor has an appointment with NXT's resident princess, Tiffany Stratton. Obviously impressive nonetheless. At deadline, it was Tiffany Stratton, and now Perez finally getting out of the way of Jamie Hayter's offense. Now look at this, sweeps the leg, a beautiful move there. This could be all she needs for Jamie Hayter, but Hayter is one tough woman in between that squared circle, and Roxanne Perez and 3 other women found that out the hard way at deadline. Hayter was a force at deadline, just like we keep trying to reiterate, folks. And now Perez, full head of steam, but you could tell the wind has been knocked out of her sails a little bit, and Hayter's gonna capitalize that for sure. Oh my goodness, stop to the chest now. What has to be going in the back of the mind of Britt Baker, knowing she might be facing her biggest threat yet to that championship come NXT New Year's Evil, when Tiffany Stratton steps in the ring with the doctor. Now, wait a minute, Jamie Hayter. Oh, my goodness gracious. A nasty backbreaker to Roxanne Perez. And now, wait a minute, going for that lariat. Just knocked Perez's lights out. Might have knocked her head right off her shoulders. That lariat is what almost gave Jamie Hayter the points that she needed. And damn, that lariat took Roxanne Perez out here tonight. Impressive, dominating fashion. Did Jamie Hayter just get rid of Roxanne Perez to start our NXT show? We saw Perez trying to put up a fight, but at the end of the night, I mean, Hayter is just, like I said, she's a different kind of performer, a different kind of athlete. You're going to have to watch out for her. Anybody on that women's division locker room is definitely going to have to watch out for her. But coming up next, folks, before our main event, we got another singles match coming up. We got Trick Williams versus Axiom. Axiom had an impressive year of Universe mode last year. Didn't get to walk away with any gold, but he had some stand-up matches, some stand-up performances in Universe mode last year. Trick Williams has really just gotten his NXT career started, but he's had some impressive victories under the tutelage of Carmelo Hayes, and that's some very good company to have in your corner. Let's just say that Carmelo Hayes has had some success here at NXT, although he was not able to walk away with that NXT championship and bring even more success to his pedigree at NXT Deadline, as Ilya Dragunov had retained already. And I mean, the question for Ilya Dragunov is who does he face at New Year's Evil? Because I mean, usually, traditionally we wanted the winners of NXT Deadlines, Iron Man Survivor Challenge, to be the competitors facing the champs at the next coming pay-per-view, which is New Year's Evil. And we, as you can see, Tiffany Stratton won that opportunity and is now finding herself across the ring from Dr. Britt Baker come New Year's Evil. But like as mentioned before, the men's had a two-way tie. Ospreay and Gresham both had two pinfalls apiece before the match came to a stop at 25 minutes. As here comes Trick Williams down the ring. This time he's not flanked by Mello, though. Mello might be taking the day off after a grueling triple threat match between him, Dragunov, and Breaker that saw Dragunov retain the championship at Mello's expense, nonetheless. And we're going to see if Trick Williams really is bout it here tonight. This time he's not, he doesn't have any help. Doesn't have any eyes watching this match. This is all Trick Williams, all on his own against the high-flying sensation Axiom, a man that is quite literally as unpredictable as it comes in that ring. I mean, you never know what Axiom's going to throw at you, but Trick Williams also not a one-trick pony, and now, no pun intended, but look at this, Axiom stepping out the way. And now Trick Williams sending Axiom over the ropes, but Axiom catches that boot, I should say the fist, and oh my goodness, hanging Williams out to dry as Axiom. And now Axiom looks to get back in the ring. This is definitely a mix of styles between two men that could have some very bright futures here in NXT, as Axiom, oh my goodness gracious, running knee strike to Trick Williams. Could that be it? Count of one. No, Trick Williams just a shoulder up though. And as I previously mentioned, Axiom had a pretty impressive Universe mode last year. He's looking to capitalize on that success from last year and bring it into this coming year's Universe mode. A lot of opportunities at hand. I mean, there's a brand new champion in the North American Championship division in Konosuke Takeshita. He would love the best of the best to come forth to him and challenge for that very championship. And believe me, one of the best we have here is Axiom as he hits a standing shooting star to prove my point right then and there. Also, I want to take this time not only congratulate Konosuke Takeshita, I want to congratulate LFI, Dragon Lee, and his brother Roosh taking down the Creed brothers. Taking down the Creed brothers at NXT Deadline. I am told the Creed brothers have issued their rematch clause against LFI, and we're going to see that go down at NXT New Year's Evil. And not only that, but LFI, because they are the champions, the Creeds wanted them to pick a stipulation this time. And ladies and gentlemen, that match is officially going to be a tag team ladder match at NXT New Year's Evil. LFI, the Creeds, tag team ladder match with those prestigious NXT Tag Team Championships hanging above the ring. That is quite literally can't miss action for you NXT fans, folks. And now Axiom lighting up Trick Williams. Beautiful Pele kick. Beautiful Pele kick to Trick Willie. And as I said, we have not seen Trick Williams do a whole bunch on his own here at NXT, but tonight is a sort of a proving ground moment for him. I mean, he could prove himself here against one of NXT's best in Axiom. But look at this Axiom, just too quick for Trick. And I keep trying to not make puns of Trick's name, but it just comes naturally, I guess. And now look at this Axiom, Ospreay moonsault. Ospreay moonsault to Trick Willie. Could this be it? 1, 2, no, Trick Williams still in the fight. Shoulder out at 2, and now Axiom bringing the fight as he does every week on NXT. Whenever he gets the opportunity to grace us with his presence. And now look at this Axiom, full head of steam into a suicide dive. Beautiful at that. Beautiful at that from Axiom. And now Axiom trying to get the NXT crowd in his favor, trying to get them on their feet. And now look at this Axiom buying this time, but that also gives Trick Williams the time that he might need to recover. A beautiful spear from Trick Williams. And now look at this. Trick Williams has Axiom set up for something here. Oh my goodness. Talk about insult to injury. The golden ratio kick just landed flush on Axiom. Could that be it? No. If there's any man that knows how to kick out of his own move, it's going to be Axiom. And now look at this. Axiom was playing possum. And you know, Axiom is not going to be too happy about Trick Williams stealing his move there. That's an arrogant move on Trick Williams' part. And yeah, Axiom's fired up now. But wait a minute. That might give Trick Williams the opportunity that he needs. I mean, he wants Axiom to be frustrated. He wants him off his game. He wants to play mind games like that because at the end of the day, like I said, he's learned from one of the best here at NXT, Carmelo Hayes, a man that is a master of mind games. A man that knows what he has to do to get in his opponent's head. Hell, that's how he found himself in an NXT Championship match to begin with. And now look at this Axiom taking Trick Williams down, giving him a taste of his own medicine with a spear to the outside. But no, I was saying Carmelo Hayes basically stalked and just like presented himself to Ilya Dragunov for weeks before Dragunov finally gave Carmelo Hayes an opportunity to face him one-on-one. But that match between Mello and Breaker to see who was going to face Dragunov at NXT Deadline ended in a draw, and that's where we got the triple threat match from. So if you look at it in reality, Carmelo Hayes never got his one-on-one match with Ilya Dragunov, and I mean that's gotta be eating away at Carmelo Hayes, and that's eating away at me because that would be a hell of a match between the two. And Axiom with a springboard drop kick to Trick Williams. Could this be it? Only a 1 count that time. Only a 1 count that time. Axiom, like I said, still looking to put away Trick Williams, and Trick Williams still looking to prove himself against anybody that he can get his hands on here in NXT. And now Axiom was going for something there, but Trick Williams got out the way. And now wait a minute. Oh my goodness, a huge gut punch. Nothing pretty about that, that's for sure. Now look at this. Off the ropes goes Axiom. Trick Williams coming in with a spinning heel kick. Axiom just got his bell rung with that one, and now Trick Williams is starting to feel it. Trick Williams is firing up here, folks. Now here we go. Trick Williams to the top. Don't see that too often, but like I said, we all know he loves to elevate his game. And now look at this, a beautiful top rope clothesline from Trick Willie. And he's going to be looking to whoop that Trick here tonight. Is a beautiful spinning neckbreaker to Axiom. Goes for a very aggressive cover, and Axiom still able to get his shoulder up. Still has some fight left in us. And now, look at this, a spinning kick once again to Axiom. Could this be it? Count of 1, 2 to put Axiom away. No, once again the shoulders up. And Trick Williams might have just hit Axiom with his 2 best shots that he's been known to have here at NXT so far. But look at this. Once again, going to the top rope, but one too many times. Axiom had it scouted that time. And now look at this. A flurry of offense from Axiom, lighting Trick Williams up and now sending him into the barricade. Man, nasty spill. A nasty spill that Trick Williams just took. And now Axiom's at the top rope. A man that's far more comfortable at the top rope than we Trick Williams might be. And that's not even a testament to Trick Williams. I just know Axiom is one of the best high flyers we have here in NXT, folks. A beautiful charging missile drop kick, if I can call it that. And now look at this. Once again, sending Trick Williams over as Axiom. Finally getting a second win in this match. A huge tornado DDT. Spiking Trick Williams. And now Williams was looking for a breath of fresh air, but I don't think it even exists when you're facing Axiom. What the hell is this? Ospreay DDT from Axiom. Trick Williams might be out here, folks. And Axiom, he's feeling it. He's feeling that win. That W slipped right into his hands. And now sends Williams back into the corner. And now huge chop to the chest. But no, Trick Williams puts the brakes on it. Going for a clothesline of his own, but Axiom steps out the way. And now, wait a minute, Axiom taking him over. Arm drag, kip up into a beautiful drop kick. Amazing combination from Axiom. And now he might have Trick Williams right where he wants him. Once again, sends him in that corner. Once again, lighting the chest up as well. And now puts Trick Williams at the top. What the hell does Axiom have planned here, folks? Like I said, an unordinary individual. You never know what he's going to do next. And believe me, I have no idea what he has planned here. Oh my goodness gracious. Spanish fly from the top rope. That's got to be it. Count of 1, 2 to put away Trick Williams. No! Somehow Trick Williams able to escape. Really showing some heart here tonight is Trick Williams. Whether you like him, you love him, you hate him, whatever. You cannot deny the talent. You cannot deny the resiliency. You cannot deny Trick Williams' ability in that ring. And Axiom is finding that ability out firsthand here tonight, folks. And now, wait a minute, Axiom, oh my goodness, taking him out with a springboard sling blade some sort. But there's that golden, no! Trick Williams was able to sidestep it. He sidestepped the golden ratio. And now, wait a minute, now Trick Williams, pump handle coming in. No, wait a minute. Axiom gets out of it. Axiom gets out of Trick Williams. Doesn't even see the golden ratio. The golden ratio. Before he even knew what hit him. Axiom picks up a huge win here tonight, folks. That was a tremendous escape from Axiom, slipping out of Trick Williams' grasp. We see early in the match, he tried to hit him with his own move. Tried to hit him with his actual move. Did Trick Williams. And now with that second golden ratio performed by Axiom this time, the man that that actually mastered the move. And obviously that's going to put him away. That golden ratio hits you flush in the jaw. You basically have no choice but to surrender the rest of the match. Axiom picking up a huge win to start off his year in Universe Mode, folks. And Trick Williams, it's back to the drawing board, but what an impressive showing from that man, Trick Willie. He is going to be somebody to watch here this year in Universe Mode, folks. That is for sure. And speaking of somebody to watch here in Universe Mode, somebody you watch anytime he's on your television screen, the Aerial Assassin, Will Ospreay, makes his debut here tonight against the big strong boy, Tyler Bate. These men know each other back in the UK independent days. That's how far this dates back. You're talking about when Tyler Bate was a 19-year-old rookie and Will Ospreay was a 115-pound kid. These boys knew each other, and now they're finally in the same stage of their career. They're finally on the same brand, same show, and they're getting ready to duke it out here tonight. This should be one for the books, folks. One for the books to start us off in our brand new year of Universe Mode and NXT. Both these men, impressive showings in that men's Iron Survivor Challenge. Will Ospreay technically is one of the winners of that match, but Jonathan Gresham, like I said, tied with Ospreay. We're going to have to find out how we're going to actually resolve that. I mean, if you ask me, the best way to resolve that is have those two go one-on-one, and the winner of that match is officially the Iron Survivor Challenge winner. But we're going to have to figure that out, I guess, going forward. Considering Ilya Dragunov, he's looking for that next challenger. And technically, the next challenger for his championship should be the winner of that match. The winner of that Iron Survivor Challenge match. But we do not have a clear-cut winner yet. Therefore, we cannot really say who Dragunov's next challenger will be. But let me tell you one thing. I will not turn down a match between Ospreay and Dragunov. That would be quite possibly the best match NXT fans have ever seen in its entire lineage and career of like existing. And that's going down a long line of incredible matches that this NXT crowd has seen, folks. But the amount of talent in that match between Ospreay and Dragunov would be absolutely insane. But you could say the same thing for Gresham versus Dragunov. We've seen that match main event here in NXT before, but we have never seen it for the NXT Championship. That would be a technical warfare between Dragunov and Jonathan Gresham. So really, I just want to find out who is the Iron Survivor Challenge winner. I don't care how you got to get it done. Just do it. Just for my own selfish enjoyment and selfish needs, apparently, I guess. Ospreay. Tyler Bate getting ready to lock up here tonight, folks. And Ospreay, man, he's got this game face on. He's got a chip on his shoulder coming into NXT. Maybe even believes that he's better than anybody in the NXT roster. I mean, he might feel a bit begrudging or just kind of shaded, I guess, in a little bit that the higher ups decided to send him down to NXT. He's been talking big game in the last few years to guys like Seth Rollins. And he's been saying he's better than like most people in WWE in general. And look at this, Ospreay lighting Tyler Bates' chest up with those machine gun chops. And that's that style that he learned in Japan for sure. And I went, oh my goodness, but then he takes him a nice shot, a jab to the face. And now look at this, taking Tyler Bate over. No, looking for half and half. Tyler Bate gets out of a huge big boot. And that might be the dilemma here. I mean, I think Tyler Bate's seen the sort of the arrogance, the brash cockiness of Ospreay over the years, basically saying that he's better than almost anybody in the WWE. And he believes he's the best in the world. And Tyler Bate probably takes a lot of issue with that and kind of sees Ospreay as a guy that's trying to take everything away from everybody here in WWE and try and prove that he is better than anybody. And Tyler Bate is a guy that has worked almost his entire career here in WWE. And I mean, that's not saying a lot because he started when he was 19 years old, a lot younger than most people would in WWE, and Ospreay just planted Tyler Bate on the outside. And Ospreay, I think he was going to let him fly, but he thought better of it. And look at this, Tyler Bate, full head of steam, but no, Ospreay saw it coming. As I said, these two men, no strangers to one another. Oh my goodness gracious. Flattening Tyler Bate out is Ospreay. But yeah, if I had to guess, that might be the issue right here. I mean, Tyler Bate just feels like he probably has to protect NXT from a guy like Ospreay, a world beater, a guy that goes around calling himself the GOAT when he's only been wrestling for the amount of the better part of a decade. But believe me, he has put together a strong resume to be calling himself the GOAT. That's for sure. Like I said, a man that has beaten Jericho, a man that has beaten Omega, a man that has beaten Okada now finally, and oh my goodness, a barrel roll. A lot of years Okada was that final boss for Ospreay. He that guy you can never get one up on, and he finally did it. He finally did it last year. He finally beat Omega last year. He beat Jericho last year. This guy is something to watch here in NXT, and oh my goodness gracious. Speaking of another great former world champion, taking a page out of AJ Styles' book with that phenomenal forearm-like maneuver. But Tyler Bate, the big strong boy, proving to live up to his name. Sending Ospreay out, packing, hanging him to dry on that rope with the stun gun. And now look at this, driving that elbow right into the forehead. Like I said, there are some issues here that go beyond our wisdom. But look at this, Tyler Bate got caught slipping. Cutter. Tyler Bate didn't even see it coming because Will Ospreay never lets you see it coming. We'll call him an Aerial Assassin for nothing. You do not call him an aerial assassin for nothing. And now look at this. Ospreay kick to the midsection. And now wait a minute. Off the ropes goes Tyler Bate. Oh my goodness gracious. Send him out. And what a beautiful crossbody from Ospreay. And now Ospreay once again going for a cover. Going for the second cover in this match. 1, 2. No, Tyler Bate gets the shoulder out. Shoulder out at 2. Oh my goodness. A huge nasty shot. But Ospreay getting out of harm's way. And now lighting Tyler Bate up is Ospreay. Oh, a huge big boot. And now look at this. Oh, went for a standing shooting star. But Tyler Bate got them knees up. Them unprotected knees at that. Tyler Bate doesn't wear no protection on his elbows or knees. And I mean, that might be to his advantage usually. I mean, he could knock somebody's lights out if he wanted to with that. I cannot believe we're seeing Will Ospreay in a WWE ring here tonight, folks. I never thought it would happen, but wait a minute, I never thought this would happen either. Oh my goodness, Tyler Driver 97. The Tyler Driver 97 lands, and Will Ospreay could be in trouble here, folks. Imagine Ospreay loses his debut match here in WWE. Oh no. Oh no. Bate almost had him, but no, Will Ospreay turns it around now. And look at this, Kawada kicks to the face. Kawada kicks to the face. That last one busted Bate wide open. And he gets that standing shooting star this time. Could that be it? 1, 2. Man, this is getting ugly before it gets pretty, before it gets any better. And a kick to the midsection. And now wait a minute, Ospreay, what has he got planned for Tyler Bate? Send him packing with a running power bomb. Running power bomb, and he packaged it with a pin. Another standing shooting star. Another standing shooting star. And now Ospreay, oh my goodness, a second rope shooting star. I can't even talk. This man's impressing me so much. Ospreay, in the span of a few seconds, just hit a standing shooting star, and then he hit him with a secondary off the ropes. And now wait a minute, oh my goodness, driving those knees into the midsection is Ospreay. And look, when it comes to performances, when it comes to world-class performers, Ospreay is second to none. I never took I never took any credit away from him, that's for sure. I can't. Oh my goodness gracious, a huge drop kick to the back. And I'm sure Tyler Bate knows exactly the kind of performer, the kind of competitor that Ospreay is. A man that can go the distance for sure. And a kick to the lower spine, lower back. Now wait a minute, Ospreay once again sending Bate's shoulder driven into the mat. And now, what is this? Oh my goodness gracious, just drilled his leg in between his knee, it looked like. That was something interesting. Like I said, there was a lot of things that Ospreay picked up in his years in Japan that has really just like helped him become the seasoned performer that he really is. I mean, he doesn't just do the flippy stuff that people might have discredited him in the past. He's also just a brawler, a technician. He's a well-rounded professional wrestler nowadays. And I look at this, driving those elbows right into the, oh my goodness, into the shoulder blade. That could paralyze somebody. What the hell does Ospreay have planned here? Oh my goodness gracious, a top rope poison Rana. A top rope poison Rana. And wait a minute, he's not done? He's not done, but Tyler Bate's up to his feet. Oh my goodness, but he gets hit. He gets hit flush with a knee. And now wait a minute, meets Ospreay right at the top rope and now sending him packing. I don't know how Tyler Bate is up after that top rope poison Rana that Ospreay just hit. And now wait a minute, both men had similar plans in mind, but look at this. Oh my goodness, T-bone suplex. Elevated T-bone suplex at that. Tyler Bate proven to be no slouch against Will Ospreay. But Ospreay, oh my goodness, just caught Tyler Bate. And now wait a minute, once again going for that Oz cutter. But Bate was able to escape, and now look at this, dumping Ospreay on his head with a Saito suplex. But no, once again, this time Ospreay plays possum. Both men just not want to give anybody a second of, oh my goodness gracious, just knocked him out. Knocked him out with that elbow. Bate might be done here. 1, 2, no, Tyler Bate escapes. Bate somehow still in the match, and now wait a minute, Ospreay, the hell's he got planned here? Wheelbarrow neck breaker. A wheelbarrow neck breaker on Tyler Bate. And now once again, Ospreay sees himself on that top rope with a springboard 450. Could this be at one? Oh no, only a 1 count. Tyler Bate, still a whole lot of fight left in the big strong boy. Excuse me. Ospreay just juggling his thoughts at this point, but Tyler Bate exactly where he wanted him. And now, wait a minute, both men going for similar things here. And wait a minute, Tyler Bate turning Ospreay inside out. That reverse Boston Crab locked in. He's far away from the ropes. I mean, he's not that far away from the ropes, but he's definitely not close enough to grab him, reach out. The referee's in a great position there. Make sure if Ospreay does submit that he's right there to see it. And now wait a minute, Ospreay turns it around. And now wait a minute, ground and pound from Ospreay? A ground and pound from Ospreay. You've never seen that before. Like I said, well-rounded wrestler nowadays. But wait a minute, he grabs a hold in the arm. Tyler Bate let his arm go. Let his arm become vulnerable to Ospreay. And Ospreay grabbed a hold of it. But no, now Tyler Bate fight out of it. Like I said, there are some unresolved issues between these two that we are not aware of. But wait a minute, we're going to be aware of that Oz Cutter. That second Oz Cutter just landed flush. Tyler Bate could be out here. 1, 2, and no, 3. But Tyler Bate got the shoulder out at 3, possibly 0.5, 3.1. Ospreay gets the win in his debut here tonight against the big strong boy. But no discredit to Tyler Bate. He brought the fight. But at the end of the day, Will Ospreay is here to prove that he is the GOAT, to prove that he is the best in the world. And to do that, you got to beat guys like Tyler Bate. You have to beat guys like Jonathan Gresham. And you damn sure have to beat the NXT champion, Ilya Dragunov, which you know all 3 men have to be on the Aerial Assassin's hit list going forward. Ladies and gentlemen, as always, thank you for tuning in to another amazing episode of Universe Mode. And of course, as always, I will see you on the next.